Hello, and welcome back to Fallout 4, where last time my computer decided to hate me and lag a lot. I wonder if this is why. It's the end of my game as we know it. Piper can go through the wall as well. Alright. Science. So, that happened. And I found crispy squirrel bits. That's fun. Giddy up, buttercup.
We've seen better days, hasn't it?
Yeah. Alright. We need to try and get into Good Neighbor, I believe is where we're going. Yes? Yes. Hello? I want to explore them. Bring it on. I remember there being raiders that don't seem. Whoa. Hey now. Have fun burning.
Back down. Blue, we're not alone here.
Ooh, yes. Doing very well. Oh. Fine. Piper can have a kill too. Alright. No one?
What's that? Carrot stuff. Gonna splatter your face!
Well. So rude. Compensated armor piercing 10mm autos P. That sounds wonderful. Sweet. Nice. Alright. I think that's the wall that we were trying to get past before. And then we go this way.
A noise?
Oh, hello. We can do it, we can do it. I'm over there. Oh, get snuck on.
It was nothing.
I done did snucked away. Oh. Progress.
Hey,
Hello.
hold up there. First time in Good
Okay.
Neighbor? You can't go walking around without insurance.
Insurance.
You better back off, or you're the
Screw
one who's gonna
you.
need insurance.
What was that? I couldn't hear over the sound of all that pathetic. You hand over everything you got in them pockets, or accidents start happening to you. Big, bloody accidents.
Time out. Someone steps
Piper
through
didn't
the
like
gate
that.
the first time, they're a guest. You lay off that extortion crap.
What do you care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I
Hey.
said let
What you
him
got for me?
go.
Hey, Piper.
Soft-head
You
cop.
know,
You keep letting
the
outsiders
Institute
walk
has a
all over
lot
us.
of enemies.
One day, they'll
The
be a new
Minutemen
man.
tangled with
Come
them
on,
once.
man. This
The
is me we're
Railroad
talking
still
about.
does.
Let me tell
I've
you
even got
something.
some notes on these new guys. The Brotherhood of Steel.
Why'd you have to go and say that, huh?
You said something about the railroad.
You all right, brother?
Supposedly they help runaway synths
Interesting.
escape the Institute, but they're secretive, ultra paranoid. The only thing I have is a rumor, a code phrase. Follow the freedom trail.
Alright.
That Brotherhood airship is hard to miss.
The Brotherhood of Steel doesn't do subtle. From what I've heard, they take whatever they want, especially if it's high tech.
Well, that's rude.
They just might have the muscle to give the Institute a run for their money, but let's just say they have their own agenda.
Yep, like trying to
Tell
keep
me about
their
the
ship
Minutemen.
You
flying
know that group
through
you
the
rescued and
sky.
conquered? As far as I know, they're the last Minutemen left in the Commonwealth. They used to be a volunteer army, dedicated to protecting friends, family, and neighbors.
Yep.
Sounds soft, but they were a real thing at one point.
We should get going.
All right,
Well, I wanted
Hey,
point the way.
thoughts about what just happened.
Pick me up.
Stop giving me things.
your thoughts?
Have any more questions about the Institute's enemies, Blue?
We should get going.
Alright.
All right.
I wanted to know about things that were happening right here, but
I can carry something if you need me
okay.
to.
Mayor Hancock?
You all right, brother?
Oh yeah, totally.
You killed him.
Got a good pair of eyes on ya. I think you'll fit in here. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
I
Yeah,
feel you.
I feel you.
Good. You stay cool, and you'll be part of the neighborhood. So long as you remember who's in charge.
Rude. Alright. Daisy's discounts. Nah. Robot. Oh, hello. Memory den. Yes. Oh yeah, I have the electronics that were in Kellogg's head. I remember what we were doing now. Alright.
Well, well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Hello.
Here for Amari? She's downstairs.
Alright. Irma. Hey, Nick. I've missed you, buddy. Fine, don't look at me.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
You're the one who can extract memories from a brain, right?
Normally, we only allow our clients to experience their own memories. Now, what's this all about?
We need a deep dig, Amari, but it's not gonna be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two
GG
mad?
team.
Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
So
Isn't
what
there
now?
some way to make this work?
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Yes. Sure.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits
Yeah.
look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised.
What she said.
From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
So it's
So the
still
brain
good?
is still good, right?
Possibly. There's no sign of decay, so the tech is probably preserving the tissue. Injecting some kind of compound to keep it stable.
All
There's
right.
no way to access the memories
Science.
inside without a compatible port.
You're talking about
Uh-oh.
me, right? I'm an old synth. If the Institute built me out of similar parts, we might have an in.
There could be long-term side effects. I don't know where to even begin with listing the risks.
Don't bother.
Oh.
I don't need to hear them. Plug me in, Doc.
Thank you, Valentine. So
I
much.
appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine.
It just disappeared.
Any
You
slight change in your
just
cognitive
dropped it
functions
in
could
his
be
coat.
dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of
you're
flashes.
giving him a massage.
Static.
No, you're actually
can't
not
make
even
sense of
touching
any
it.
of it,
Oh,
Doc.
there you go.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe.
Well, that
There's
sucks.
a lock on the memories in the implant.
So what do we do?
Is Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. Hopefully it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done. But that doesn't get around the current problem. The memory encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load
Excuse me?
both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel.
Oh
Act
yeah,
as a
that
host,
sounds
while your
sciencey
consciousness
and
drives
fun
through
and
whatever memories we can find.
all of the good. You're
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
But I
on
don't
the other
want
side.
to keep my fingers crossed. That sounds annoying. I think it'll be okay for a little while, but if I'm gonna be sitting there for some time, it's gonna start to hurt. Hi, Piper.
Initiating brainwave
What are you
migration
doing over
between
there?
the transplant
Just
and the host.
Staring at
Mnemonic
me.
activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Please stand by. For what? White screen.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ah, good.
No.
The simulation appears
Maybe?
to be working, although the memories are quite fragmented.
Uh,
I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
this is weird. Oh, oh.
There. This is the earliest intact memory
Hello,
we can
Ken.
find.
This is a memory? Oh, this is a memory.
Turn down the goddamn radio!
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Grognak the Barbarian.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though.
Alright.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
That sucks.
People always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse.
Yeah.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
Well,
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put
language.
my boots?
Listen.
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
To me, Connie. You take this.
Ooh.
You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out
Don't
like
let him hear you.
You're a good boy. And all that on the radio.
Huh.
All useless talk.
Yep, you're
The
a
only thing
good
that will
boy,
protect you
Kellogg.
in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise.
There's a grog neck under the
We'll let
bed.
you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for.
No, I don't think it is.
There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like.
Well,
Whatever
that's
made me
depressing.
think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second.
I second that.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her.
No.
If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
Oh.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know, but that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need.
Uh-huh.
Then
Yeah.
I can give you anything
Totally.
you want. And little Mary, too.
Ooh.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
No, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here.
Maybe.
See this?
No.
This is what's
No.
gonna keep you and Mary safe. I
Bet.
promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
Connie.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got her. I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit. The gunslinger from the
I've
hub.
been to that bridge.
Rolling into town with the world at my feet.
It was cool.
Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. And I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
Okay. This is really weird.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us and we wouldn't fuck with you?
Language!
Just so you know, they died like dogs.
Rude.
And you weren't there to help them.
Well. Okay,
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
don't mind him, he's just dancing a little bit. It's fine. I wonder what it would be like to have the memory den be a real thing. To be able to go and experience past memories. That would be cool.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
There was always a job for someone like me.
His
Didn't
eyes
matter
still
what
moving.
it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it.
His eyes are still moving.
If
It's
you
so
pay
weird.
me.
Oh, we'll pay you.
There's always someone who
Oh.
wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. I just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another.
Stop that.
And you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay
Totally.
you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer.
Oh,
Try this next one.
Activate the bartender. Oh well.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to
Ooh,
meet
hello.
with me.
So, you're with the Institute.
Looks
I wanted to
like
see for myself if you really existed.
We do,
some
as you can see.
sort of
What do you want?
It's come to my
building.
attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately.
That's where
This
the
must
institute
stop.
is. It's in a building,
I do what people pay me to do.
possibly underground.
If that's a problem for you. The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more. And kept making them better
Stop
each time.
moving your
They
eyes,
still give me the
please.
creeps, but you
Yeah,
have to
they
get
do.
used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
Oh, so creepy.
I can see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine. I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to
How'd you
terms
get
with
those
life.
scars, buddy?
I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up
Eyes.
with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming. Working for
Alright.
you, There's
You
no
have
more
fun with it.
problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well.
I don't think you do.
B748. Initiate.
Aw. Loot the bot. Come
Impressive.
with me.
We may have something to talk
Go
about
and
after all.
see
Getting
other
warmer.
parts of
One
Kellogg's
of these has
brain.
got to tell us
Darn
something.
it.
We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Hooray. Hello?
Manual override initiated.
No.
Cryogenic stasis.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends.
Their eyes
Too
seem
bad
to
he
be
left
fine.
alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Vault computers are still working. That's good.
Big heads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me. And I made sure they knew it.
Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid.
Oh no.
I'm not saying I haven't done it, but I never liked to.
You're a horrible
Yeah.
person.
I guess it did remind me of her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but
True.
still human.
Not so sure.
Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
Excuse me?
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
Yay. You are evil. Excuse me, am I getting in your way? Or not?
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Open, says him.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's gonna be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby. No, no. I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only gonna tell you once.
Stop that. No.
I'm not giving
No.
him Sean.
No.
God damn it.